Hello YouTube, here with another video. I'm going to talk about Overunity or proposed Overunity idea. So this doesn't mean this idea works, but this is just an idea trying to stimulate the mind when it comes to Overunity. So in order to get Overunity, my theory is that you need to have a really high voltage and just a little bit of the amperage. So in other words, if you want 1,000,000 watts of power, you need to have 1,000,000 volts and 1 amp flowing through the system. So my idea is to take a high voltage to create two separate systems. One system is a high voltage system to generate large amounts of power, and then the second system incorporates current into the voltage. So it like infuses current into the voltage in the same circuit. So my idea is to take an insulator, such as plexiglass, and charge it up to high voltage, let's say 100,000 volts per square meter. To charge it up to high voltage, and then put it on so that would be the first system. The first system is a high voltage system that is connected to this plexiglass, so the voltage is stationary, so it's static voltage. And then hook that plexiglass up to a vibrating mechanism like there is in this experiment that'll create standing wave patterns on the plexiglass, and those standing wave patterns are going to form little volumes or little surface areas that channel electromagnetic energy. So if there was a copper lead connected to this plate, and mind you, the higher the frequency, the smaller the lattice. So if you go to really high frequencies, you can put the copper, you can infuse copper into the plexiglass anywhere, and when you change, the key is when you change surface area, like here, like when you change the volume, essentially, and obviously as it gets higher and higher, the pattern will shrink, just like this one's smaller in volume, or smaller in surface area than the last one. The idea is to frequency modulate the plate at 60 hertz. So if you frequency modulate this from, let's say, 5201 hertz, the plexiglass, to 5284, and you keep on going and switching between those two, and you frequency modulate it, you're technically changing the volume of the standing waves within the medium. So the idea is to take a high voltage system, put standing waves upon the high voltage system, and then move the standing waves, because a change in volume is a change in magnetic field, in my opinion, which is a change in current. And if you can take really high voltage and get a change in current, or induce a current into it, then you have really high wattage. And that is my idea for Overunity. Again, it's just to take a plexiglass or a heavy type of insulator, that's charge it up to high voltage. That's the first system. The second system, which is independent of the first system, is a speaker or a audio signal generator or a radio signal generator that emits standing waves upon the medium. And then lastly, to take that system and create standing waves and switch between the two and frequency modulate. If you want 60 hertz, like most outlets in the world are at 60 hertz output, if you want 60 hertz output, then you need to switch. You need to frequency modulate at 60 hertz. So in other words, switch between those two sets at 60 frames rates per second, 60 cycles per second. So that is the idea behind Overunity in this experiment. I hope someone enjoys this video and that it teaches somebody or inspires an idea. Thank you.